All right, let's get into this. Now that we understand where the air is flowing, what's causing the problems, why back pressure is such a big deal, and why port alignments is such a big deal, we need to figure out how do we actually adjust the ports. And there's two places that we do that. We do it underneath the cap and on top of the cap. Let's go show you specifically where they're at. Everything on top of the cap, whether that's inserted here in the top cap or if it's up underneath the finger button, the felts above the top cap are what prevent the travel of the piston down. So when you push the piston down, what stops its travel instead of going all the way through is the felt in this top cap. That downward stroke is what's lining the piston up with its tuning slide. In the up position, that valve needs to be lined up to allow the air to flow through the horn. So as it flows in through here, and we want it to come straight out the bell, that's the upward position. Downward is what puts it through the tuning slides. I hope you're getting something out of today's video. I want to let you know that this is part of a much larger video series that we offer as shop visitors courses. Shop visitors courses dive really deep into one specific topic in instrument repair. So go check out repairmasterclass.com, scroll down to the level 2 shop visitors courses, and find a course that would be great for you right now. Underneath the top cap is another felt. And that felt is what prevents the piston from traveling up. And when that piston travels up, it's in the standard upstroke, not the downstroke, but in the upstroke. And that's what allows this air to flow from here through the casings and straight out into the bell. So the felt underneath the cap prevents that piston from traveling up any further and is lining these ports up. So when you push a piston down, you can see how this lines up easily inside the second tuning slide of most instruments. This is where you can take the tuning slide off and look inside the ports and actually see that piston moving. If that piston is traveling too far down to where you can actually see it's going underneath this tube here and it's not lined up with this port, you can see that the piston travels too far. You can actually see some of the piston in the top side of each of these tubes. That means you need to put a thicker cork on the top side and prevent this from traveling so far down. It actually needs to come back up a little bit. So when we're looking at it, if this piston travels too far up and it comes past the port, we need to put a thicker cork on it to bring it back down to line it up. If it's not going far enough, we need a thinner cork to allow it to come up higher.